Good evening and welcome to the Daily News Roundup with Daily Mirror Online. You're with me, Bhakti Abe Surya. Let's take a look at our headlines. The Health Ministry launches the Super Rickshaw Android app. The Mahara prison report reveals that a protest has turned violent as gangs clashed with each other. UNP deputy leader claims that UNP has mature leaders who can lead a grand alliance. Stern legal action to be taken against those who violate quarantine regulations. Indian Coast Guard seizes 9.7 kilograms gold from a boat in the Gulf of Mannar. Prime Minister calls for an immediate solution for the burial issue of Muslim COVID-19 victims. Civic resistance to be expected if the government does not allow burial of Muslim COVID-19 victims. MPs drink the COVID-19 curative tonic and claims that it is not an endorsement. GMOA voices concerns over elderly visiting Sri Padaya this season. The government implements the budget proposals for 2021 today. Now diving into those stories in detail. The Health Ministry yesterday launched the Super Rickshaw Android app to communicate COVID-19 related information such as test reports.
Super Rickshaw කියන අපේ පරීක්ෂණවලට සම්බන්ධ මෙම ඇප් එක සන්ධිස්ථානයක තියෙන කටයුත්තක් කියන. විශේෂයෙන් අපි දන්නවා රෝගීන්ගෙන් දත්ත ගන්න ගියාම සොබ් එකක් අරගෙන ඒ දත්ත හරියටම ලියාගෙන අදාළ පරීක්ෂණාගාරවලට එහෙම නැත්නම් ලැබ් වලට යොමු කිරීමේදී යම් යම් ගැටලුකාරී තත්ත්වයන් මතුවෙනවා. පරිගණකගත කරගන්න නැත්නම් අපේ දුරකථනයට ගන්න එහෙම නැත්නම් යම් කිසි sannivedana තාක්ෂණය හරහා අපි මේ ආකාරයට සටහන් කරගත්තම කිසිම විදිහකට අපිට වැරදීමක් සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වගේම මං හිතනවා COVID-19 රෝගියෙක්ද නැද්ද කියලා යම්කිසි පුද්ගලයෙක් පරීක්ෂා කරන්න හදන අවස්ථාවකදී ඒ සියලුම තොරතුරු සාමාන්‍ය ගන්න තොරතුරු වලටත් වඩා විශාල තොරතුරු සංඛ්‍යාවක් ඊටාම අඩු වේලාවකදී නිවැරදිව අපට ගන්න පුළුවන් එක ප්‍රධානම දෙයක්.
The five-member committee appointed to probe the mayhem had revealed that an initial protest started by the inmates to escape from getting infected from COVID-19 at the Mahara prison had taken a violent turn as members of certain underworld gangs who had sought revenge from each other. The report had revealed that the protest started by the inmates became tense as they sought speedy redress for issues including congestion. Further, it revealed that none of the inmates had firearms with them and that only the officers and those who came to quell the situation possessed firearms. UNP Deputy Leader Ruwan Wijewardena said yesterday that it is the UNP which should lead a grand opposition alliance if such a political force is to be established to take on the government and that many people are demanding an alternative force to the government. Referring to the recent incident in Mahara prison, he said some in the government had identified it as an international conspiracy and that the government has therefore failed to stop this conspiracy as 11 people have been killed in the mayhem. Anyone who is serving a quarantine process found violating the rules and regulations, the court should impose a 3-year rigorous imprisonment and a fine if found guilty. Over 95,000 people belonging to 25,114 families across the country are currently ordered to undergo home quarantine formalities. Amongst them, the majority of 14,332 persons are serving the quarantine process in the Gampaha district. The Indian Coast Guard on Friday said it had seized 9.7 kilograms gold from a fishing boat in the Gulf of Mannar off the Tamil Nadu coast and arrested 5 persons. The operation was launched at 10 p.m. on Thursday along with a Directorate of Revenue Intelligence team on board a Coast Guard ship, and the suspect boat's movement was closely monitored. The boat was subsequently intercepted and gold seized. A joint investigation is under progress. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa yesterday called on health authorities to find an immediate solution to the burial issue of Muslim COVID-19 victims following serious concerns raised by the Muslim community over the cremation-only policy. Rajapaksa informed the authorities to find a plot of dry land within a day or two and submit a report immediately, stating that he would not allow this matter to be further delayed. Sri Lanka Muslim Congress MP leader Rauf Hakim said that there will be civic resistance if the government does not allow the burying of Muslims who succumb to COVID-19. He, however, called for the avoidance of it. The issue propped up when Tamil National People's Front MP Gajendra Kumar Ponnambalam raised the issue in the House earlier during the day. Mr. Ponnambalam, who referred to the WHO guidelines, said WHO Adoption 24(3) states that a person who succumbs to COVID-19 could be disposed of while allowing the cultural traditions. Several parliamentarians yesterday who had gathered in Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardena's chamber consumed the Ayurvedic tonic by Ayurvedic practitioner Dhammika Bandara, which recently caused a stir in Kerala, despite health authorities stating that it had not been scientifically tested. Some of the MPs who consumed the tonic told Daily Mirror that it was not an endorsement of the product by the government, but they had consumed it as it was presented by Bandara himself, who visited Parliament yesterday to present the tonic to Speaker Abeyewardena. GMOA voiced concerns over the elderly visiting Sri Pada this season.
ශ්‍රීපාදය කරුණා කිරීම සම්බන්ධයෙන් අපි මේ ආරම්භ වෙන සිරිපා සමයත් එක්ක විශේෂයෙන්ම සෞඛ්‍ය මාර්ගෝපදේශ සම්බන්ධයෙන් විශේෂ සැලකිල්ලක් දක්වන්න ඕන. මුවාවරණය පැලඳගෙන සිරිපා ඒ කන්ද නගින ඒ කාරණය සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රායෝගික ගැටලු වෙනවා. වයස්ගත වූවන් සිරිපාදේ යන්න ගත්තොත් එහෙම සෙනගත් එක්ක ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් එනවා. අර ජනතාව ලොකු එකතු වීමකින් තොරව මේ මොහොතේ සිරිපා කරුණා කිරීමේ කටයුත්ත සිද්ධ වෙනවා නම් හොඳයි.
The proposals presented under the 2021 budget will come to effect from today. Though the budget proposals were scheduled to be implemented from next year, the government had decided to implement it with immediate effect to enhance the welfare of public servants, small and medium-scale entrepreneurs, youth, dairy farmers and students. For further details on the stories, visit our website www.dailymirror.lk. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bhakti Abe Surya and this is the Daily News Roundup.